So, Vision IAS Monthly Current Affairs Magazine of May 2025 is out, and in this video, I'm going to simplify the polity section of Vision IAS Monthly Magazine. Okay, please understand this is not the official channel of Vision IAS. So, the PDF is easily available, it is freely available on their website. I have tried to simplify it. The highlighted PDF is available. Please check the link given in the description box. Okay, now let's start. So first news is related to caste census. Understand, recently government announced that in the upcoming census, caste data will be collected. So far, caste data of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe was collected. Let me give you very brief background. In 1931, basically in 1931 census, caste data was collected and released. At that point of time, there were roughly 4147 caste. In 1941, data was collected but not released. So, caste data was collected but not released. Now, from 1951, the data of SC and ST was collected. Rest of the data was not collected. Okay, that is the status. Now, government has said that in the upcoming census, the data of entire caste will be collected. That's first thing. Second thing is that there is SE, socio-economic caste census. Socio-economic caste survey. So basically, in this case, this was conducted in 2011. In this case, the data was collected, but for policy formulation. Understand? In this case, the people were asked about their caste. There was no fixed formula or there was no fixed pattern that you have to select from these castes. They were asked what is their caste, and that's why there were a lot of redundant data or lot of duplicacy, because same caste is known in the form of different names in different areas. So roughly there were 46 lakh such communities. So that is why the government is saying that this time we are going to conduct it properly. Now, in this upcoming census, two important developments are there. One is this data, second is digital collection of the data. So, this time we are collecting it using digital devices so that we can streamline this data in a more appropriate manner. Now, understand a census is very different from survey, caste survey. Caste survey is conducted by the state governments. Karnataka government was the first one to do so. Later, Bihar and Telangana also conducted their own caste survey. Census is conducted through the Home Ministry, that is a Registrar General of India, that means through central government. Caste survey are through state government. That's another difference. Third is this SCCC. This was through Ministry of Rural Development. Okay, now understand one more thing. Census is in the domain of union list. So that's why state government cannot conduct this one census. They can conduct the survey. Next topic is related to private members bill. So understand there is a PRS report which simply highlighted that the contribution of the private member bill has gone down. Now, first thing first, what is private member bill? Private member bill basically means a bill which is introduced by someone who is member of parliament but not a minister. Member of parliament but not a minister. That's the difference between the government and the private member. So even if someone is from ruling party, they will be referred as private member if they are not part of the minister, or simply if they are not minister. Okay. Now, what is the problem? Why their contribution has gone down? There are multiple factors, but in a very simple sense, there is a partisanship in the house. Partisanship basically means more time and attention is given to the government bills. Government bills basically means bills introduced by the ministers. That's first thing. Second thing is that the private members do not have that much resources for research and development. Basically, for research on the issues, and that's why this article basically talks about following the UK model. In case of UK, there is specific committee for research on the bills, which will provide assistance to the private members. So that is second article. Now, what is the process? Understand, first thing first, who is private member? Any member of parliament who is not a minister. And it is a private member bill, basically means a bill introduced by the private member. So they will have to give 1 month notice to the speaker or to the chairperson, depending on Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. And then and the time is allocated. So in Lok Sabha, last 2.5 hours are allocated every Friday. In Rajya Sabha, every alternate Friday, 2.5 hours are allocated. First successful private members bill was Muslim Waqf Bill of 1952. Next topic is related to inclusive digital access under Article 21. So understand, in his recent judgment in Amar Jain versus Union of India, the Supreme Court highlighted that digital access is a part of Article 21 itself. Now understand, let me give you a brief background. So there is a concept of KYC, know your customers. Bank have issued various guidelines for KYC. These are based on RBI guidelines. Okay. Now problem is that these KYC require face data. Okay. Now certain victims of acid attack, they are not able to provide this information because of changes in their facial structure due to acid attack, and that's why they were facing problem in accessing their bank accounts. So in this background, the Supreme Court said that digital access is also a part of right to life and liberty under Article 21. In this matter, please understand the role of the term digital divide. Digital divide simply means those who have access to digital technologies and those who do not have access to it. Next is related to power of court to modify the arbitral award. Now, let me give you a brief background of this entire issue. See, one is our judicial system, and one is alternate dispute resolution. Alternate to what? Alternate to regular judicial system. That simply means to resolve the disputes outside this conventional judicial system. Okay, what are the mechanism to resolve the dispute? They are basically referred as MAC: mediation, arbitration, and conciliation. Okay, now if there is any judgment or if there is any award through arbitration, this A stands for arbitration. So if there is a judgment through this arbitration, basically it is referred as award. Can it be challenged in Supreme Court or can it be challenged in court in a very simple sense? And can court change this award? That is the entire issue. The Supreme Court in Gayatri Balaswamy case highlighted that yes, court has power to change this, but it is very limited power. So there is this limited scope to modify under Arbitration and Conciliation Act of 1996. Now understand one thing: on what grounds the award or the judgment through this arbitration can be changed? So it can be done in specific circumstances. For example, there is some invalid issue. For example, there is some error, or if there is change in circumstances after that incident. So in that case, the court can intervene. Otherwise, usually court will not intervene. Understand the problem here. This system is relatively slow. This will take time. And that is why this ADR mechanism has been set up, especially for commercial interest. See, if there is a commercial dispute, the dispute resolution need immediate solution. Otherwise, it will have adverse impact on the business. So if the judicial route is taken, it will slow down the process, slow down the resolution process. That's why ADR is there. If court will intervene in every other judgment through ADR, then it will again slow down the process. That's why the Supreme Court said that we are not going to intervene immediately. We will intervene only if there is some exceptional circumstance, and the intervention will be very limited. So that is the meaning of this entire thing. Now understand, Supreme Court can give a judgment or Supreme Court can intervene under Article 142 to ensure the complete justice. So just remember, Supreme Court can give directions under Article 142 to ensure the justice. Now, this arbitration is part of ADR. ADR is outside the formal judicial system. We have already discussed that. Next is related to Rohingyas. So, understand, Rohingyas are the Muslims. They are from Myanmar. Originally, actually, they are from Bangladesh who got settled into Myanmar. In Myanmar, they faced persecution. That's why they are now entering into different countries, including India. So they are illegal immigrants. Now, there was a case in Supreme Court that they should not be deported back. Deported basically means they should not be sent back. Now, understand, India's argument is that we are not signatory to this refugee convention. That means we are not legally obliged to provide shelter to these people. We are not signatory to any such protocol or convention. That's first thing. Second thing, India's argument is that we are a highly populated country. There is already pressure on our resources. Why we should allow illegal immigrants to increase pressure on our resources? So that's why this matter was in court. The court said that no, India is not liable to provide them shelter in a very simple sense. So this was the judgment of the court. So court said that the basically the government of India is not bound to provide relief or facilities to these people who are Rohingyas. Rohingyas are ethnic minority group from Rakhine state in Myanmar who faced persecution. Okay, then they fled to different countries, including India. Understand, India is not a signatory to this 1951 UN Refugee Convention or its 1967 protocol. That means legally we are not bound to provide shelter. It depends on case to case basis that is being decided by the government. Next is right of pedestrians. So understand, in a very simple sense, Supreme Court has said that right to footpath, that is a part of right to life and liberty under Article 21. So two important things are there. A, we should have footpath so that a pedestrian can walk on it. Second thing, it should be accessible for differentially abled people. So two important things: footpath should be there, they should be accessible. Now there are two major problems. A, in most of the cases footpath are not there. So the court had said that roads must have footpath for people to walk. That's first thing. That's our fundamental right. Second thing is that in most of the cases, even if there is footpath, they are being encroached. So basically, these encroachment need to be removed so that people can walk on these footpath. So that is the judgment of court. In a very simple sense, the court has issued direction that there should be mandatory footpath on all the public road and remove the encroachment so that people can walk. Apart from that, they should be accessible and differentially able friendly. Differentially able friendly basically means that differentially abled people should be able to use them. That simply means they should have ramp. And last news is related to the 50th anniversary of Sikkim's statehood. Understand, Sikkim was initially included in India as a associate state, and later it was given the status of full-fledged state. So in 1974 through 35th amendment, it was granted the status of associate state under Article 2A. Later this was repealed, and through 36th amendment in 1975, Sikkim became the 22nd state, full state. Sikkim is given special constitutional safeguards under Article 371F. So these are the important current affairs of polity section of Vision IAS Monthly Current Affairs Magazine of May 2025. In next section, we are going to cover IR. Thank you. If you have any doubt, please write down in the comment section. I will try to respond to that.